Sunlight might just be the most underrated antidepressant in nature's pharmacy. It doesn't come in a pill, doesn't require a prescription, and best of all, it's free, unless you count sunscreen. Yet its impact on mental health is profound. From lifting mood to regulating sleep-wake cycles, sunlight plays a quiet but powerful role in our emotional stability. And when it goes missing, especially in the long, gray months of winter, so does our sense of vitality. At the biological core of this relationship is a neurotransmitter you've probably heard of, serotonin. Often called the feel-good chemical, serotonin helps regulate mood, anxiety, and general emotional well-being. People with low serotonin levels are more prone to depression, fatigue, and a general sense of meh. Now here's where things get sunshiny. Exposure to natural light, particularly in the morning, increases serotonin activity in the brain. Specifically, studies have shown that bright light stimulates serotonin production in regions like the hypothalamus and brainstem, areas responsible for regulating mood and behavior. In fact, the effect is so strong that researchers have found serotonin levels are directly related to the duration and intensity of sunlight exposure. People produce more serotonin on sunny days than on cloudy ones, regardless of temperature or activity level. It's not about whether you're sipping hot cocoa or sweating on a hike. It's about the photons hitting your retina and stimulating the brain through a non-visual pathway. Light enters the eyes and activates special photoreceptors that project to the suprachiasmatic nucleus, SCN, the master clock of your body, and to other brain areas that influence emotion. Which brings us to the second key player, the circadian rhythm. This internal 24-hour clock regulates everything from hormone release and digestion to body temperature and, most importantly, sleep-wake cycles. Morning sunlight is crucial for resetting this rhythm each day. It signals to the brain that it's daytime, telling it to suppress melatonin, the sleep hormone, and increase alertness and activity. Without this daily reset, the rhythm drifts, sleep becomes erratic, energy levels decline, and mood begins to fray at the edges. Enter seasonal affective disorder, SAD, a condition that epitomizes what happens when sunlight goes AWOL. SAD is a form of depression that occurs most commonly in late fall and winter, particularly in high-latitude regions where daylight is scarce. Symptoms include low mood, fatigue, oversleeping, weight gain, and a craving for carbs that rivals a hibernating bear. What's remarkable is how predictable it is. As daylight shrinks, so does serotonin activity, melatonin regulation, and circadian alignment. It's as if the brain loses its biological compass without natural light to guide it. The standard treatment? Ironically, more light. Specifically, bright light therapy, where individuals sit in front of a 10,000 lux light box each morning for about 30 minutes. The goal is to simulate the effects of early morning sunlight, tricking the brain into resetting its clock and boosting serotonin levels. For many, the results are fast and profound. Mood lifts, sleep normalizes, and the gray mental fog of winter starts to clear. But artificial light, while useful, is still just an imitation. Nothing quite matches the broad spectrum and intensity of real sunlight, and its effects go beyond just brain chemistry. Sunlight exposure also enhances dopamine release, another mood booster, increases beta endorphins, natural painkillers and mood elevators, and may even improve heart rate variability, a key marker of emotional resilience. And let's not forget the psychological effects of simply being outside. Sunlight often comes packaged with trees, fresh air, and some sort of bird making a questionable noise, all of which contribute to feelings of relaxation and connection. Studies consistently show that people who spend more time in natural light environments report higher levels of happiness and lower levels of stress, even when controlling for lifestyle differences. That said, this isn't a call to sunbathe recklessly or ditch antidepressants. Like most things in health, balance matters. Excessive sun exposure increases skin cancer risk, especially for fair-skinned individuals or those in high UV regions. But a modest daily dose of sunlight, say 15 to 30 minutes in the morning, can act as a gentle, natural stabilizer for both mood and biology. For those struggling with depression or circadian misalignment, this simple habit can serve as a foundational layer of treatment, often working synergistically with therapy, medication, or other interventions. In an age of artificial lighting, screen fatigue, and indoor living, our relationship with the sun has become strangely optional, and our brains are paying the price. We weren't built to live in fluorescent caves. We're still biological creatures with rhythms tuned to the rotation of the Earth. So if you're feeling foggy, fatigued, or inexplicably low, don't just reach for coffee. Reach for sunlight. Step outside, let your eyes, without sunglasses for a few minutes, and skin absorb the morning light, and give your circadian clock the nudge it's been waiting for. It might not solve everything, but it's an excellent place to start.